Hello viewers, today we are talk about Sir Stanley Spencer, 1891 to 1959, was a British painter best known for his uniquely spiritual and often autobiographical depictions of everyday life, biblical scenes and World War First. His visionary approach to art, combining the mundane Vedas sacred made him one of Britain's most celebrated and idiosyncratic 20th century painters. Spencer's works reflect a blend of romanticism, devotion, and complex physiological insight, with garnered him with both admiration and controversy. Stanley Spencer was born on 30th June 1891 in the small town of Cookham in England, a place that would significantly influence his artistic career. Raised in a strict Methodist household, he was one of 11 siblings. His early fascination with religious stories and hymns from his family and community became central to his art, turning Cookham into a personal holy land that he immortalized in many of his paintings. Spencer's early interest in art was encouraged by his family, especially his father, who taught music. Spencer attended the prestigious Slade School of Fine Art in London, starting in 1908, where he studied under Henry Tonks, a well known artist and teacher. While at Salad, he developed a distinctive style marked by intense attention to detail, vivid colors, and strong scenes of narrative. His peers nicknamed him Cookham because he often talked about his hometown, a place he seemed to view as a paradise on earth. Stanley Spencer's art is characterized by its fusion of the sacred and the profane. His painting often depict biblical scenes set in contemporary, ordinary setting, primarily his beloved Cookham. He reminisced religious narratives such as the restriction in the familiar settings of his rural hometown, portraying spiritual themes with intense personal vision. The figure in his painting, often representing neighbors, family, and friends, are set against a backdrop of ordinary life, which Spencer was saw as intertwined with spiritual significance. His work marries realism with surrealism as mundane details coexists with transcendent themes, giving his art an otherworldly, accessible quality. The intertwining of religious allegory with personal experiences set Spencer apart from his contemporaries. His paintings display an intensity of emotion, often focusing on themes of love, sexuality, conflict, and reconciliation. Through his artwork, Spencer revolved his physiological struggles, personal relationship, and spiritual reflection. When World War I broke out, Spencer served first as a medical ordinary and later in the infantry, an experience that profoundly impacted his work. He was stationed in Salonika, Green, and he brutality of war left a lasting impressionism of him. After the war, Spencer's painting began to reflect that trauma and variance of human life that he developed during this time. Some of his most relevant works came from his commission by the War Artist Advisory Committee in 1927 to create a series of murals for the Sandham Memorial Chapel in Berkeley, Hampshire. These works, including Travi arriving with wounded at a dressing station at Small, are powerful testament to the human cost of war, capturing both the suffering and reliance of soldiers in deeply composition terms. Spencer's personal life was as complex and unconventional as his art. In 1925, he married fellow artist Hilda Caroline and they had two daughters. However, Spencer's relationship were marked by emotional turbulence. He divorced Hilda in 1937 to marry Patricia Princess, another artist. This marriage was troubled from the start, largely due to Price's interest in his financial supports rather than in a romantic relationship. The end of his marriage to Hilda's left Spencer with deep regret, and he continued to harbor feelings for her even after their separation. This emotional turmoil found its way into his art, where he often painted images of Helda, embodying an idealized and spiritualized form of love and